welcome to another edition of Real Estate Investor Talk. And I'm sitting here in Johannesburg with Robert Kiyosaki and also Tom Wheelwright, who's his tax expert. And let's talk about the world economy, where we are right now. Where are we placed with this new financial crash?
A crash is like an earthquake. You know, like in California, they know it's coming.
Right.
They just don't know when. Nobody knows. But it's always a good time, you know, up or down. If you're a professional investor, it's always a good time.
Right.
It's always opportunity.
Absolutely. So what are the kind of things that we can prepare ourselves for that? What can we do?
Well, number one, you have to have a good tax advisor.
We'll get to Tom now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything you do has a tax consequence.
Right.
So the good news is right now, in my business, in real estate, apartment houses are the hottest things going. You know, every private equity company, every hedge fund, they're piling into apartment houses at the top of the market.
Right.
So guys like me are complaining, well, there's nothing to buy, but it's a great time to sell.
Right.
So the best thing right now is like we're selling all our junk.
Right.
Big problem is taxes, because now I have capital gains.
Right.
And so we sit around talking about, well, what can we do next? Because I can't go back in.
So Tom, what are you doing in the event now? You're selling all these stuff and it's a tax event. How do you deal with it?
You know, you always have to look at, you know, what are you going to do with the money?
Mm-hmm.
Once you decide what you do with the money, then you can always find a way to reduce your taxes based on what you're going to do with the money.
Right.
But typically, as a general principle, when you buy assets, you pay less tax.
Yes.
Okay, because the government wants you to buy assets.
Mm.
So in the U.S. it could be oil and gas, okay, or even clean energy. There's great tax breaks there. It could be food, it could be water, it could be business. The key is to not just leave the money. If you leave the money or you spend the money, you're going to be taxed on the money.
Yeah, I don't want cash. So Tom has come up with some very creative things we put our money into. But I'll just give you an idea. If I invest in an oil project, let's say it's $1 million, what's my tax consequence of that?
You get $1 million deduction.
Right. Well, there you go.
So that offsets my capital gains
Right.
from the real estate. Now the challenge then is to find a good oil plant.
Yeah.
That's hard.
So let's talk a little bit about the future of it, because in terms of blockchain, in terms of real estate down the line, it looks like it's going to be the open ledger trading platform, which is very transparent, where everything's going to be. And maybe Tom, you and how does it impact taxes and how people?
Well, what blockchain has the potential to do is to actually audit every single transaction. And so when you talk about the real estate contracts, it's actually auditing the contracts. So it's an infallible way to do something, to enter into a contract. The challenge, of course, is that it takes an enormous amount of computing power and an enormous amount of energy.
Right.
So there's some technology that has to happen before the blockchain can take off.
Right. Well, you've written loads and loads of books.
Fake's coming out pretty soon. I'm very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, because I mean, we touched on it a little bit about the fake money and your message there.
Fake is about fake money, which not on the end is fake.
Mm.
It's fake teachers. Most school teachers are fake. They don't know what they're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
They just teach what they're told to teach. Like us, you know, I keep telling Tom, my first accounting class was in my MBA program, and that was a fake accounting teacher. My marketing teacher was even worse. I mean,
So you've got to get a good team around you, like people like Tom. And I mean, it's always finding those right people.
yes, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's the probably most important part.
Yeah. How would somebody start looking for somebody like yourself in South Africa? Where would they start?
Well, you know, you really have to start getting educated, because you have to know what's a good advisor and what's a bad advisor. And
That's why I buy this book called Tax-Free Wealth. Read that.
tax-free wealth.
Tax-free
Because
wealth.
Chapter 23,
Yes.
have a whole chapter on how to find a good tax advisor.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
you got to interview them.
Yes. Yeah. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the
Thank
opportunity.
you
It was
very much.
wonderful talking to you.